Good morning, everyone. Oh, look at the glow. Look at myself. Look at my. It's been a while since I've done a get ready with me makeup routine. Sort of. I've been going through a transformative period in my life, if you will. I've changed jobs, my routines changed, my makeup's changed. But I found some new products because I work around makeup now. Again, I am trying new products. I get discounted products, so I accumulate a lot. I have acquired a lot through the past few months. I'm not gonna lie, I have already done my skincare. Bioma Milky Toner. Oh wait, no, that's a lie. No, I didn't use that today. I used the Rhode Milky Toner. Gorgeous. When I want a glass skin, I use Rhode with this. This is the Barrier Butter, but mine's, because I had it for a while, it went a bit grainy, so I'm not really using it that often anymore, but it really gives a nice glow. Merit Great Skin Glow Serum. Merit, if you're watching this, please send me another one, because I'm obsessed with this. If you want glass skin, use this now. First Aid Beauty Moisturizer. If you have sensitive dry skin, this is amazing. And the Tokobo sunscreen. That's the skincare. And usually when I want a light coverage, I will use the Merit Uniform Tinted Sunscreen. This is amazing. It barely has any coverage, so if you're looking for coverage, that is not for you. But if you're looking for something barely there, great for every day, this is it. This is the one. This is the shade 28. This has been a favorite. L'Oreal True Match Nude Plumping Tinted Serum. I've never tried anything better than this. I also got the Essence Glow Drops. My sister recommended them to me and I was using them when I was in Greece, and I like them. They give me a little bit of a tan. Catrice Liquid Camouflage Concealer, which I've also been really liking. And of course my MAC Studio Fix, that if you've been here you know that I love. And I found out yesterday that they reformulated it. I've tried it on my hand and it actually feels good. And I've been obsessed with the Merit blushes as well. Is this like a Merit video? I bought everything with my own money. So Merit, if you're watching this, can you please send me some new makeup? Because I love your products. Okay. It's very springy today, so I'm feeling the sunscreen. I'll do the sunscreen. And I also got a new one of these because mine was just not it. It does have SPF 50, but I did put my SPF underneath anyway. You'll never catch me without SPF. Ever. I usually apply with a brush. Peaches and Cream, guys. Peaches and Cream. PC19. Love this. Love this. And I literally just drag it. Because it's a sunscreen. I drag it. I don't pat it. I just drag it all over. Because it doesn't really give that much coverage. So it doesn't really matter. Okay, ignore my red nose, but it's barely there and I love her for that. I really do. Concealer. I'll use the Catrice concealer. I've really been loving this. It's like a semi-matte finish, so it's not too glowy or too dry. I like it. And it doesn't really crease throughout the day. I also do like my concealer to match my foundation. Maybe like a quarter of a shade lighter. I don't really like a super light concealer on me personally, because I feel like it has the opposite effect. I feel like it kind of draws attention to my under eye when I just wanted to kind of cover the dark circles. I do alternate between Postmodern by Merit. I did show this on my last vlog. This is my favorite. I do love a bit of a Rhode blush, Toasted Teddy or Tan Line, my favorite. I've also been loving the L'Oreal Glass highlighter. Obsessed. If you want to look wet, use this, okay? So I put a little bit on before my blush, because if I put it after the blush, it will lift the color a little bit. Just blend it in. Just blend it in. I want to look sweaty. Oh, yes. It just gives a natural, healthy glow. I I used to go straight in, but I don't do that anymore. See, that's what I'm talking about. I've really changed. A little bit here, just to give a little bit of color. I don't do too much blush anymore, which is a shame because I love blush. I don't know, I'm going through phases. I am. And I also have ordered a new bronzing stick because mine, I'm pretty sure, expired. So I ordered the milk one, which I've never tried anything milk, but I've heard a lot of people saying good things about it. So I ordered that, but until then I don't think I'm gonna do any cream bronzer. Very natural, still has a nice pinky flush because it looks really dark, but it gives a very natural flush. That's the thing with red blushes, they don't look red when they go on. They used to use red blushes at the Victoria's Secret fashion shows. That's why all the angels have that beautiful pinky glow, because they used to use red blushes. Since I'm so dry, I don't use powder. If I do, I'll use the Huda one. That is the only powder in the world for me. It has been for the last 3 to 4 years. Tiny bit on a powder puff, and I'll just do a little bit under my eyes, and that is it. That is it. That's even too much for me right now, which is crazy to see, because when I started YouTube I was so oily because my skin obviously was different. Now I'm on Accutane, which means my skin is super dry. I was so oily. I used to do 2 different powders and I still used to be oily throughout the day. Now my skin, it feels like it sucks it all in. Okay, brows, I don't really do anything. I just comb them through with the Anastasia brow gel. I don't know what I want to do with them. I feel like I want to thin them down a little bit again because I used to love my thin brows. MAC liquid eyeliner, the only eyeliner to ever exist. Brush brown and brush black. I recently found out that they discontinued brush brown, which I don't want to talk about it. So we'll use brush black. This is the best one. The felt tip, it's so nice. It's not too thin, not too thick. It bends beautifully. It doesn't leak. It doesn't leak. I will do an eyeliner when I do my makeup. I will do it. I feel naked without an eyeliner. That's probably a bit of eyeliner dysmorphia, but I'm fine with it. Mascaras, I've not found the one yet, I don't think. Oh my god, why do I look like a ghost? Are you kidding me? CoverGirl Lash Blast. Lash Blast. I love this mascara so much. Oh yeah. Yeah, I will do a little bit of bronzer. I'll use Medium Deep by MAC. It's perfect if you're a little bit paler. If you're a little bit more fair. I don't like the term pale. It would make it sound so bad. Like it's bad that I look fair, because I am fair. I like the way I look. I like my fair skin, okay? If I want to look extra glowy, I'll do a little bit of Fix Plus. My hair is slicked today, so I can look extra glowy. Obsessed for lips. I've been obsessed with Cool Spice lip liner by MAC, but today I could do that actually, but the weather is nice. NARS Rosebud, but I'm not in the mood for it always. I mean, I like the way this makes my eyes look. And the only clear gloss I have is the lip gloss from MAC. That's probably expired. And it has all the dust around it and it's changed colors, so I don't know. I have the Rem Beauty one, but it burns my lips. I do have the Essence one though, which I used to really like. It smells okay. Ooh! 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 That is a glam. That is all I'll do. Can you see the glow? No, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Look here. Yep. Yep. Guys, I'm not kidding. I just sent a picture to my best friend and she said, your skin is glowing. And I had to show you. She sent me this. I told you that we're glowing. I got rained on, but I'm back, and what's up, boo boo? Oh, my baby. You know what happened. Thank God my books didn't really get that wet. I ended up getting She Who Remains by Renee Karabash, translated by Isadora Angel. You guys know, if you watched my last vlog, that this was on my reading list for the Booker Prize, the International Booker Prize. And I found it. I looked everywhere in the Waterstones until I cracked, and I eventually asked someone, can you please help me? Please. And I had to go into the stockroom and get it. The basement specifically. And I thought, ooh. And they only had 3 copies. So, thank you. I already started reading this. I know that it's gonna be heavy, and this is, I know what is signed up for. High in the accused mountains in a village ruled by the ancient laws of the Kanun, Bekija escapes an arranged marriage. My cat is eating her foot. Her paw. She's eating her paw. An arranged marriage by becoming a sworn virgin, renouncing her womanhood to live as a man. Her decision sets off a brutal chain of events, destroying her family and separating her from the ones she loves most. Years later, Bekija, now Matija? I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing the name wrong, tells her story to a visiting journalist. Long buried truths come to light, along with the realization of all that might have been. This gender transition, sanctified through a ceremonial declaration, bestows upon the women the rights and freedoms of men, liberties heretofore been deprived of, and liberties all other women are still deprived of. Are you surprised? Is anyone surprised here? That's what I thought. I wasn't planning on getting this, but I did get The Wax Child by Olga Ravn, translated by Martin Aitken. She's from Denmark. Something about this book, I don't know exactly what it was. I think it was the witchcraft. I don't know. It was a black night in the year 1620 when Christense Krukow made the wax child, when she melted down beeswax and set it in the image of a small human. For days she carried it tucked beneath her arm, shaping it with the warmth of her flesh, giving it life. She fashioned for it eyes and ears that cannot open, and yet it watches and listens. Ooh. It looks on as Christense is haunted by rumor. It hears what the people whisper. It sees how in the candlelight she gazes with love at her friends and hears the things that they say in the shadows. It knows pine forest, misty fjord, and the crackle of the burning pyre. It observes the violence in men's eyes and the cruelty of their laws. In time, it begins to understand that once a suspicion of witchcraft has taken hold, it can prove impossible to shake. Ooh. Frightening vision of a time when witches and magic were as real to the human mind as soil and seawater. That alone just sold me. And the bookseller at Waterstones said that this book is meant to be amazing, and that she has another one that I did see in Waterstones, The Staff, I think it's called The Staff, that she also said that this book is amazing. So I'm excited to read it. This seems to be quite short. This is about 175 pages, so they're both under 200, which that makes it easy for me. I might just leave the one that I'm reading now, The Informers by Bret Easton Ellis, on the side for a little bit. I feel like it doesn't draw me in right now. It is raining right now, but it was so gorgeous when we went out that I whipped out this little number. If you don't know, you'll know now that this is my favorite perfume of all time. This is my favorite spring summer perfume. I strictly wear it in spring and summertime, so when I smell it, it reminds me of exactly that. And I wear it today, and the feeling that it gave me, the joy, the pure joy that I felt. The weather was beautiful. It was kind of like a overcast a little bit. It was still quite warm. It was like 15 degrees. Oh, you know what? Beautiful. I'm just gonna crack on, and I will update you. So far, she's changed to Mattia. I'm just gonna say Mattia. I just have a feeling it's Mattia. Matija. She's transformed to a man. I went to Sephora. Yeah, yes I did. My lip is gone. Ooh. Now I got a blush. I got the Rare Beauty blush in the shade Hope. Look at that. Let's try it. Shall we try it? Yes, we're gonna try it. Okay. I think they're very pigmented, so I'm just gonna swipe. Oh, yes. Yum. Yum, 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 yum. Oh. Ooh. Is that too much? Probably. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I have a terrible headache from my pony. I'm gonna power through. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. The plan for right now is I'm gonna change my nail color. See, I love a little bit of electric blue, but I used this. I used this one, and I really did not like it for the price. This is probably the most expensive nail polish I own. It chipped. I did my normal routine, what I do with every single nail polish, and it chipped within the first day. So I'm gonna go back with my Catrice. I love me some Catrice. I like to call it butter banana yellow. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yes. Although it's gloomy outside, I'm ready for spring. I really am ready for spring. I wanted to give you a little update on my book, She Who Remains by Renee Carbosh. I finished this in 3 days. If I wasn't working, I would probably finish it in 1, but I was working. So I get why this would be on the list. It was just a lot of feelings. What women have to go through in this society because of men, and the desperation that, you know what, I'd just rather be a man, so I would just, you know, have it easy at this point. Not me personally, but our female main character in this book kind of transitions into a man, but not actually. She just kind of, from what I understood, she cast like a spell in the church or something like that. That was where I just a bit confused. I love the story, but the writing for me, I really could not get along with the writing. I really couldn't. She does not use any full stops or any capital letters or anything at this point, so it's like very, is that stream of consciousness, just says things that's on her brain, and it really, I did really have some trouble understanding some of it. I couldn't focus on the writing. I just really couldn't focus. I did get what she was trying to say from the story. I liked it. It's not my favorite book, but I get the point and the story. How just religion expects women to just be at the service of the man, and God forbid you disrespect the man and be your own person in your own body. for a second. No, 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 we're gonna kill you if you do. See, yeah, it enraged me, but in a good way. A way that I respect when a book can do that, because you know, you kind of like hit a spot. So I would recommend it. I would, and it's kind of like, and it's a short read as well, so I would recommend it. I was gonna read The Wax Child next, which is also in the Booker Prize long list. I just needed a bit of a break. So I started Lost Lambs by Madeline. I'm only on page 17. I keep falling asleep. I'm too tired. I had a long weekend, but we're back. Hopefully I'm gonna get some reading done today. And I'm gonna update you. I know this is technically not in the long list, but I still would like to include it in this vlog. So we're just gonna see how we get on with this. This is very much the, like a family saga. I'm loving this blush. I feel like I need a nap though.
Hello everyone, it's been a few days. Actually, it's been a week. Can you hear my voice? Yeah, I've been violently sick. I had the nastiest flu of my life. And it's been a week and I'm still recovering. I still have no proper voice. My voice is not back. Like, what? But I'm feeling a bit better. I am feeling a little bit better. The sun is out. It feels like spring today. Or maybe fake spring. I don't know. It feels bloody lovely. Let me show you my gloss. I got a new gloss. This is What a Brat by Fenty. And it's the prettiest sparkly gloss. It barely has any color, which I like. It has like a hint of pink. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'll give you a reading update. Because this video is taking me a long time, but I was ill, okay? I finished Lost Lambs by Madeline. Did it meet my expectations? My armpits are not shaved, so I don't know. I thought it was gonna be different from what it was. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest with you. I did say, oh, it's too far to reach, that I thought it was gonna be something like The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings in the family drama matter, but it was a total different family drama. That was just my own fault. This was very weird. It was unique. It was a unique book. I really liked it. I just thought it was a little bit random at times, and I think it hyper focused on the dad of this story. Like, I wanted more from the girls, from the daughters. We have Bud and Catherine, the parents, and then we have Abigail, Louise, and Harper, the three daughters. Each and every one of them, they're so different to each other. They're so unique, their characters, and how Cash managed to develop these unique characters. It's just astounding to me. I love it. I love how unique everyone is. Abigail is more kind of like the looks obsessed boys and all that. Louise is a middle child. She doesn't really get that much of attention, maybe because she was a middle child. So what is she gonna do to get that attention? And Harper is my favorite. I think she's on the spectrum. I don't think the author confirms it. She's super smart, like insanely intelligent, and she is only like, what, 12? And she reminds me so much of Louise from Bob's Burgers. They both have that kind of sassy, know-it-all confidence, because they do know it all in my eyes. And I loved it. I wanted more from them. I wanted more. We were very focused on Bud, the father. All live in this town, and then Harper and Bud kind of make a discovery about someone in this town, and then it just all goes from there. There's sort of like a blackmail. There's a lot of family drama. Each and every one of the daughters go through something different. I thought it was a beautiful family saga story. I do recommend it. It was a little bit random at points, but I didn't really mind. It was a very easy read. I just breezed through it. It was beautiful. So now, because I did want a little bit of a break from this one, I think it kind of given me a little bit of a, I don't know. Oh, like it's so dense. Like I wanted a little bit of a break. We are ready to go back. I do have 2 more to read from the Booker Prize. The Wax Child by Olga Ravn, which very much intrigues me. Although the sun is out and this feels very much like a fall read. Women Without Men by Shahnush Parsipour. And if you watched my last vlog, I did email Penguin Random House if they would send me a copy of this. Because when I was looking at them, it wasn't out yet. And they did get back to me. And they sent me a copy. And guys, this is my first book PR I've ever received. And I almost cried when I saw the email. It literally made my entire day. And then when I actually saw it on my doorstep, I thought, it's real. It's real. They actually did send it to me. And I still have the envelope it came in. I get attached to things like this. So it's either one of these. Maybe I'll just do this. To me, this sounds like a dream. I'll probably start reading this, and I did get some. I was off sick from work as well for a few days, and I quite literally couldn't do anything. I didn't want to do anything because I was so sick. So I was on Vinted shopping books because I had some Vinted credits. I thought, I'm not spending any money. They were all £1, by the way. White Teeth by Zadie Smith. I think there's been a long one coming. I think this is another family saga. I know this is a book that everybody loves, and I am ready for it. The Tenant of Wildfell Hall by Anne Bronte. I've seen that Anne Bronte is a very underrated, it's the underrated Bronte sister. Because everybody loves Emily and Charlotte. Look at her name, okay. And this is apparently a very underrated story as well. And I think it was Charlotte at the time that didn't want Anne to publish this because it was very much frowned upon. Because it was about a woman leaving her husband, something along these lines. So that makes me even more intrigued to read it. 2 books that I'm actually so excited for. This is Dress Your Family in Corduroy and Denim by David Sedaris. If you can, I love the cover, first of all. This is a non-fiction, which I never thought I'd buy a non-fiction book written by a man, but I did it. I've seen Anna Willis-Johnson praising David Sedaris, so I thought I'd give him a chance. I do have some more non-fiction here, like Joan Didion, Patti Smith and all that I need to get to. I just love buying nonfiction. I just never get to it because I'm really scared that I'm not gonna like it. I'm currently reading my first nonfiction, Elvis and Me by Priscilla Presley, and the things that I'm finding out about their relationship and him and her from her point of view is actually insane, and I love it. Toni Morrison's Jazz, which the cover, oh, I love it. I love these covers. I don't like the new ones. The UK ones, at least, I don't like. They just give me nothing. But I do love the American ones, the ones that are like this. And I did buy this when I was in New York. So these are my 2 Toni Morrisons. But I think I will be starting with Jazz first. I love the cover so much. And that was my reading update. I am going to start reading this one. I have some time before I have to set off for work. So I'm gonna get to that one. And also, I feel like I've lost my sparkle this winter. I've not opened this in probably months. And that makes me so sad. So sad. I've lost my sparkle in journaling. So I don't really journal my thoughts and feelings that often. This is more like a commonplace journal. And my book journal, which I always used to keep a book journal. It is just, I've not written anything about books since I read Daughter by Claudia Day, and that was probably the last book that I read in 2025. So in the whole of 2026, I have not written anything in here, which makes me so sad. And I also have this, which I've not written anything on it since January, probably. Like properly sit down and write. These are all just empty pages, and it makes me so sad because I really want to use it. It's just I felt like I'm losing my spark. I'm not even taking any notes on my books. Like, there's nothing on it. There's not even a dog-eared page. Like, I don't know what's wrong. Maybe because I don't know. Now that we're getting into spring, maybe I'll get my spark back. I'll feel like me again. The me that wants to take notes of everything and annotate and all that. For no reason. Do I go back and read it? Probably not, but I want to do it. And I love the art of writing with my pen in a book. That was my little rant. That's how I felt all winter. I need to pick up the new Paris Review, the spring issue that's just been out. I'm not subscribed to the Paris Review. I just pick up some of their issues when I feel like it. I'm really excited to read this because I know it's been banned in a lot of countries. And the author is living in exile in Northern California. So that's even more of a reason for me to read it. Yeah.
I'm coming for an update. I need to talk about this book right here. I just need to talk about it because this was the one from the long list that I personally had the highest hopes for, because I love the sound of this. I'm still recovering. I don't know what flu I had, but for 2 weeks. It started off very strong. It did make me really upset, really angry, really frustrated, which I think that was the point. It took you to a very hopeful place for these women. There's 5 different women that are all struggling in very different ways, mainly by men. And they find it one way or another. They find their way with each other in kind of like a safe space in a house owned by one of those women that has a beautiful garden. I don't want to spoil too much, but the ending was not the way that I would have wanted it. Like, I was reading towards the end and I thought, we've been fighting for so long just for this. I don't know, I wasn't majorly impressed by the ending. Maybe it was like a meaning to it that I didn't understand, that I didn't catch, something there that I missed. But from my point of view, the way that I felt when I was reading this book, I just felt very frustrated as a woman, then I felt very hopeful, and then I felt disappointed. Those were my like 3 main feelings. I think it's a very important book to read. I do recommend it, especially to the women out there. I recommend this book. It just shows a perspective that a lot of us probably never saw, will never see, never experienced, and it's a very impactful book, and it's an important book. Besides the ending, I think the story is very important. It did have some elements of fantasy, which I thought it was a bit unexpected. I liked it. It's not that I didn't like it. It was just like a bit random, thrown randomly in there. And I thought, oh wait, are we hallucinating? Are we in a dream? But I liked it. I appreciated it. I didn't mind it. I think that there was something missing from the ending of the book. It was a good one, and I do recommend that one. That was it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll probably read some more of the Booker Prize long list. I know, is the shortlist announced? Oh, I have not been recording on my microphone, so I was just holding it like an idiot. Like an idiot. I hate when I do that. The shortlist apparently is set to be announced on March 31st, and then the winner will be announced on May 19th. Okay. Oh, I love that. I wish I could just attend. The ceremony is held at the Tate Modern in London. I love the Tate Modern in London. Oh my god. No, can someone please, can someone take me there? Can someone like invite me there, please? I really want to go. Those were my thoughts and feelings. I do have The Wax Child by GRWM to read as well, but I will probably read it before the winner is announced. I felt that those 2 books that I read were a little bit, not heavy necessarily. I don't know, maybe it did feel a bit heavy, I don't know. I am gonna crack on with my first Toni Morrison though for the rest of this month. I'm gonna be reading Jazz. I think I showed you guys my copy of it. I am part of Anna Wallace Johnson's book club, and that's the April read. I think it is the April read. And it was already on my list, like I was gonna read it next, and she announced that it was gonna be next month's book, and I thought this is a crystal clear shine and all that jazz. That's the one. This is my cover. I found it on Vinted, and she's nice and vintage, published in the United States. Nice and floppy, you know, love a floppy book. On another note, if you guys know me, if you've been in this channel for a while, you know my love for BTS. I just wanted to talk about the new album, how this is probably, in my opinion, the best comeback they've had. Maybe because they've been gone for so long, but I think the album is phenomenal. It's incredible. It's insane. Every single song that don't miss. It is incredible. Incredible. My favorite songs were Butted Buddy and They Don't Know About Us, and those were my top 2 songs. I do like all of them. All of them. Like, I'm obsessed with all of them, but those 2 take the top place for me. So I just want to talk about that and how incredible they were in the comeback concert they had in Seoul. And that's my yapping session for today. I hope you all had so much fun in today's vlog. More reading vlogs coming soon because I miss doing reading vlogs. I'm gonna have a cracking reading list for this spring. You're just not ready. You're just not ready for the books. Oh, I forgot I cut my finger. For the books we're about to explore this spring in this channel. You're not ready. Thank you for watching, you beautiful people. Love you.